Ukrainian troops have recaptured almost 80 square miles of territory from Russian occupying forces since launching a counter-offensive last month, the Defense Ministry has claimed. Giving an early update on Wednesday from around the front lines, Ukrainian military officials claimed their troops have seized more than 65 square miles on the southern front and up to 14 square miles around the eastern city of Bakhmut. The drone attack team operates daily, drone operator Yevhen says. One of the recent targets destroyed was an enemy machine gun position at a strongpoint. As a result of the strike, several Russian soldiers were successfully injured. The targets for drone operators include enemy firing positions, said heavy fighting gripped areas outside Bakhmut, the city captured by Russian Wagner Group mercenaries in May after a months-long siege, corroborating reports that Kyiv's forces were fighting back. In one video, Ukrainian soldiers are seen storming Russian positions near Bakhmut in a fierce battle that reportedly lasted all day. The footage, shot from a drone, shows the moment a Ukrainian soldier hurls a grenade into a trench as his compatriots exchange small arms fire, and even rocket-propelled grenades with their Russian foes. Of the armed forces of Ukraine on July 8, along with a statement saying, "Infantrymen of the 28th OMBR, with the support of artillery and mortars, successfully knocked out the invaders from the landing south of Bakhmut." Ukrainian troops reportedly blew up a Russian Giant 2S4 Tulpen self-propelled mortar in the Donbas region. In footage released by Combat Group K2 of the Battle Group K2 of the 54th Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Ground Forces, it appears that Ukrainian soldiers are using the first-person view (FPV) kamikaze drone to destroy Russian 2S4 mortar. The military group said on 23 July, Tulpen burned for a long time and then exploded due to detonation. Earlier, the same mortar was destroyed by an FPV drone near Verkhnokamianka, Luhansk region. The 2S4 Tulpen Tulip is a Cold War-era 240mm self-propelled mortar designed to destroy cities. It is the largest weapon of this general type in service anywhere in the world. The self-propelled 2S4 mortars, of a caliber surpassing Western counterparts, can fire high-explosive, incendiary, guided, cluster, neutron and nuclear warheads, some of which are capable of hitting targets at a distance of about 20 kilometers. Heavy fighting is being waged on the front lines in eastern Ukraine. An updated map shows, as Kyiv states that its counteroffensive is about to gain pace, publishing a new map of Russian-controlled territory in eastern Ukraine on Saturday. The Washington, D.C.-based Institute for the Study of War think tank said Kyiv's fighters had carried out counteroffensive operations on at least 3 sectors of the front line. Hotspots of fighting include areas around the Kharkiv city of Kupiansk and the Donetsk cities of Lyman and Bakhmut. The General Staff of Ukraine's Armed Forces said in an operational update, there were around 40 combat clashes reported over the previous 24 hours, the General Staff said on Sunday morning. Ukraine made unsuccessful attempts at offensive operations around southern Donetsk, Lyman, and in the contested Zaporizhzhia region, Russia's defense ministry said in a statement on Sunday. Meanwhile, the BMP began rolling back to mitigate their exposure to anti-tank ambushes. This contrasts with recordings from earlier battles, in which Ukrainian tanks are seen overrunning Russian trenches, the crew hoping to clear them so as to spare accompanying infantry from harm. While tank shock sometimes proves effective, it severely exposes armored vehicles to portable anti-tank weapons. Ukraine's 3rd Brigade, specifically its 1st Battalion, secured another stretch of the canal's west bank near Kurdyumivka in a brutal trench assault recorded on video here. Giving an idea of the very close-quarters nature of such infantry battles, and the advantages offered by overwatching drones that can sound the alarm when an enemy is literally just around the corner. Some observers have subsequently suggested that the 28th Brigade's assault wasn't as textbook as it seems. Though it shows the brigade using the right assets in the right order, they believe the assets weren't used in the prescribed manner. In particular, the two ICLXC rockets were not launched in alignment with each other to create a continuous lane, and it's unclear whether the Ukrainian BMPs roll over the lanes cleared by those rockets. That may indicate that the MICLICs were primarily used as an improvised anti-fortification weapon against the Russian position. The drone operator, Yevhen, explained that he and his comrades mainly work with FPV drones and kamikaze drones. During combat missions, a team of 3 is usually involved. It consists of the main UAV operator, who directly controls the weaponry, the second lieutenant, responsible for preparing the UAV for the task and equipping it with the necessary ammunition, and the commander, who handles communication with the scouts and the command. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky acknowledged that advances were slower than what he and his generals wanted, but said Ukrainian forces held the initiative. All of us, we want to do it faster because every day means new losses of Ukrainians. We are advancing. We are not stuck, he said, noting that the military had overcome a kind of stagnation in previous months. Both sides released a slew of footage from the front lines in recent days, showing savage trench warfare and the destruction of armored vehicles in missile strikes.